Hello everybody, this is Pastor Green. We're doing another Bible study, 2 Kings chapter 13. If you'd like me to come speak at your church or if you have any questions, you can email me at godsohman@gmail.com or you can just comment below. So we end in 2 Kings 12, and it says, So Zophar the son of Zimath and Zezbad the son of Shomer and his servants smote him, and he died. And they buried him with his fathers in the city of David, and Amizah his son reigned in his stead. 1 Corinthians 10 basically says, And did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they all drank the spiritual rock that followed them, and the rock was Christ. But with many of them God was not well pleased, for they were overturners in the wilderness. For these things are in samples, that the intent should be not to lust after evil things, as they all lusted. So all these people got together to get rid of this guy, and some maybe did it for good, maybe some did it for evil, but they all did it together. So if you go to 2 Kings 13, verse 1, this is in the 320th year of Joash, the son of Ahijah, king of Judah. Jehoshaphat, the son of Jehu, began to reign over Israel and Samaria, and reigned 17 years. And he did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, and followed the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, which made Israel to sin, and depart not therefrom. You have to understand that this here is Jehoaz, and he did evil in the sight of the Lord, just like Jeroboam did. Jeroboam started this whole mess of being evil in the sight of the Lord. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. He delivered them into the hands of Hazael, king of Syria, and into the hand of Bilhadad, the son of Hazael, in all their days. And Jehoaz sought the Lord, and the Lord hearkened unto him, for he saw the oppression of Israel, because the king of Syria oppressed them. And there's a lot to learn about calling on the Lord in the Bible. All throughout the Bible, it talks about calling upon the Lord. If you look at Psalms 50, it says, And call upon me in the days of thy trouble, and I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. Psalm 91 says, He shall call upon me, and I will answer him, and I will be with him in trouble, and I will deliver him and honor him. You know, this is a little story here. A man slipped and fell over a cliff, and as he was falling, he grabbed a tiny branch growing out of that cliff. And he began screaming, Help, help, is anyone there? I'm up here. Who is this? It's the Lord. Oh, thank you. I have a real problem here, Lord. Can you help me? I see the problem, and I can fix it, but you must do exactly as I say. Yes, Lord, I'll do anything you say. First, let go of the branch. Is anybody else up there? You know, a lot of times we ask the Lord for help, and He gives us an answer. We don't like the answer He gives us, so we say, maybe we'll do it my way. There's over 31,000 verses in the Bible, and thousands of them have clear advice on solving our human problems. People will read them, and they'll ignore them, and they'll look for any other solution. Genesis 4 says, And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son, and named him Seth. For God said, She appointed me another seed instead of Abel, which Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called upon his name Enos, and men began to call upon the name of the Lord. Acts 2 says, And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Psalms 18 says, In my distress I called upon the Lord, and cried unto my God, and he heard my voice out of the temple, and my cry came before him even to his ears. You know, 2 Kings 13:5 says, And the Lord gave Israel a Savior. So they went out from under the hand of the Syrians, and the children of Israel dwelt their tents and his beds before time. Nevertheless, they departed from the sins of the house of Jeroboam, who made Israel sin, but walked therein, in the remaining groves also in Samaria. You know, God's always trying to give us an out, but yet sometimes we don't want to listen to Him. Neither did they leave the people to Jehoaz, but 50 horsemen, and 10 chariots, and 10,000 footmen, for the king of Syria had destroyed them, and he had made them like the dust of the threshing. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoaz, and all that he did and his might, are not written in the books of the chronicles of the kings of Israel. And Jehoaz slept with his fathers, and they buried him in Samaria, and Joash his son reigned in his stead. And in the 30th and 7th year of Joash, king of Judah, began Joash the son of Jehoshaphat to reign over Israel and Samaria, and he reigned 16 years. So you can look here at Joash, and he did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. And he departed not from the sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who made Israel sin, but he walked therein. And the rest of the acts of Joash and all that he did, and his might wherein he fought against Ahaz, the king of Judah, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah, the kings of Israel? And Joash slept with his fathers, and Jeroboam sat in his throne. And Joash was buried in Samaria with the king of Israel. Now Elijah was fallen sick of illness, wherefore he died. And Joash the king of Israel came down unto him, and wept over the face, and said, O father, my father, the chariots of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. You see here, there's Jehoash, and here's Elijah's reign. So Elijah's dying right around the time that Joash became king. And Elisha said unto him, Take a bow and arrow. And he took him bows and arrows. And he said unto the king of Israel, Put thine hand upon the bow. And he put his hand upon the bow. And Elijah put his hands upon the king's hands. And he said, Open the window eastward. And he opened it. And Elisha said, Shoot. And he shot. And he said, The arrow of the Lord's deliverance, and the arrow of deliverance of Syria. For thou shalt smite the Assyrians at Ephah. Thou shalt consume them. So he told them, You're going to shoot this arrow out the window, and that's going to signify the fact that we're going to reign over the Syrians. You're going to beat them. This is what it signifies. So they aimed out the window and they shot this arrow. And then he said, Take the arrows, and he took them. And he said unto the king of Israel, Smite the ground. And he smote thrice and said, As the man of God was wrought with him, he said, Thou should have smitten 5 or 6 times. Thou hast not smitten Syria till thou hast consumed it, whereas now shalt smite Syria thrice. So he told him to take these arrows and put them in the ground, and depending on how many arrows he put in the ground, that's going to be the amount of times that they went over Samaria. And he said, You should have done it more, because 3 is not going to be enough. Ecclesiastes 9 says, Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of the life of the vanity, which they have gotten thee out of the sun, and the days of thy vanity, for that thy portion in this life, and in thy labor which thou hast taken under the sun. Whosoever thy hand findeth do it with might. For there is no work, no device, no knowledge, nor wisdom to the grave there goes. Colossians 3 says, And whatsoever ye do it heartily as the Lord, and not unto men, knowing that the Lord shall receive thee a reward of inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Christ. Proverbs 13 says, The desire accomplishes so sweet to the soul, but it's abomination of fools who depart from evil. You know, some people are enthusiastic about everything they do. They work hard, they sleep hard, they eat hard, and they play hard. And some people aren't. This is a book here called The Enthusiastic Employee. And some people are just so excited to be at work. You know, make a way is not an excuse. Just do what you got to do and get it done. Don't tell me about the labor pains. Show me the baby. Figure out a way to get her done. Which part of don't move the remote don't you understand? The redneck way. I fixed it. Another one. I fixed it. Look at that piece of wood right there on the wheel. I fixed it. There's duct tape all over that window. Trust me, I'm an engineer. Lose a front tire, let's make a scooter. This guy's got a shopping cart. That'd probably be pretty good for shopping days. With a lawnmower there. Look, it's the best of both worlds. The redneck truck. I fixed it. Get her done. Put a band-aid on the window there. Put a little stick in the stick shift. Put a little tape on that. That fixed the problem. A broom to dust off all the dust. That works. Some workers just make it happen. They don't care what it takes. They just make it happen. And then there's some workers that look for any excuse to sit around and do nothing. You know, they'll lay around. They won't really want to get any work done. They'll do the very minimum they possibly can. But Mom, I cleaned my room. I did it. But Mom, I did it. I cleaned my room. Look at this guy here. Habits of highly effective people. He's taking a nap. And he said, take the arrows. And he took them. And he said unto the king of Israel, smite the ground. And he smote it thrice and stayed. He could have took all the arrows and put them in the ground, but he only put 3 arrows in the ground. And the man of God was wroth with him and said, thou shouldst have smitten it 5 or 6 times. And thou hast not smitten Syria till thou hast consumed it, whereas now thou shalt smite Syria but thrice. And Elijah died, and they buried him. And the bands of the Moabites invaded the land of the coming of the years. And it came to pass as they were burying the man, that behold, they spied a band of men. And they cast the man into the sepulchre of Elijah. And when the man was let down and touched the bones of Elijah, was revived, and stood to his feet. So this dead man fell, and when he touched the bones of Elijah, he was raised up again. But Hazael king of Syria oppressed Israel until the days of Jehoahaz. And the Lord was gracious unto them, and had compassion on them, and had respect unto them, because of his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and would not destroy them, neither cast them from the presence as yet. So you can see here, Jehoahaz and Hazael was the king of Syria at the time, and then Ben-Hadad II takes over after. And Elijah, he's now gone, and Elisha took his place, and now he's gone as well. So Hazael king of Syria died, and Ben-Hadad his son reigned in his stead. And Joash the son of Jehoahaz took again in the hands of Ben-Hadad the son of Hazael to the cities, and he has taken out the hands of Jehoahaz his father by war. 3 times did Joash beat him, and recovered the cities of Israel, 3 times, just like Elijah said. There are still disputed territories all over the world. Look at this Indian map right here. The places with the red around it and the orange lines are disputed territories. The the pink dots here are disputed territories. Even European disputes are going on. You know, God said in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1. But see, in Matthew, it says again, the devil taketh them up to exceeding high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them. And he said unto him, all these things I will give thee, if thou wilt just fall down and worship me. So the devil told Jesus, I'll give you anything you want, all these things you want. But Jesus knew that he already owned it all. In Exodus 9, it says, and Pharaoh sat and called for Moses and Aaron, and said unto them, I have sinned this time, the Lord is righteous, and my people are wicked. Entreat the Lord, for it is enough, that there is no more mighty thunder and hail, and I will let you go, and ye shall stay no longer. And Moses said unto him, as soon as I'm gone out of the city, I will spread upon my hand of the Lord, and the thunder shall cease, neither shall be there any more hail, that thou mayest know that the earth is the Lord's. He told him, I haven't been a very good trusting of you, so once you let us leave, as I'm leaving, I'm going to get rid of the stuff, because the earth belongs to the Lord. Deuteronomy 10 says, behold the heavens is the heavens, is the Lord's, thy God, and the earth also what that thereof is. Psalms 24 says, the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. 1 Corinthians 10 says, for the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. Revelations 20 says, the devil that was deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beasts and the false prophets are. They shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. You see, the devil thought, I'm going to trick Jesus, but he found out that Jesus knew that he already owned everything. Well, guys, that's the video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, you can send me an email, or you can comment below. Make sure if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel. Also, click that like button. And if you think somebody might watch these videos, you can always share it with them. I'm going to put a couple links on the screen. The bottom right of the screen is going to be the 2 Corinthians Bible study. Top left of the screen is going to be the the bottom left is going to, the bottom right is going to be the 2 Kings Bible study. The top left is going to be the 1 Kings Bible study. And then the bottom left is going to be a video you two think you're going to like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have yourself a great day.